Yo, if you are starting a business, then you need to use Shopify, okay? I'm telling you, it makes it so much easier. Get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand style. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to processing returns and beyond, okay? And we got a special treat. Turn your big business idea into cha-ching with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/chaser. Go to shopify.com/chaser. One more time, shopify.com/chaser. Yes, sir. Let's have some fun with DraftKings Casino. Right now, new players can play $5 on anything and get 350 casino spins instantly on a featured slot game, okay? So download the app and sign up with code NOCHASER. Take the featured slot for a spin and explore thousands of others in the DraftKings game library. Now that's just lit. Check back daily to claim the hottest offers and promos on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia only. Void in Connecticut and Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins valid for featured game only and expire in 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends June 15th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
A new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. A whole new world.
There you go. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser Podcast. I'm Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Well. Today we are switching it up. Got a little something special. You guys have been asking us to do something like this for a long time because we always kind of flirt with this type of stuff. We talk about it. We talk about our past kind of experiences.
Yeah.
You know, I dabble. I dip my toes a little bit. I've had a random reading at a Halloween party.
Sure.
I read my horoscope.
Yep.
So here we have Ashely, the Python Priestess. All right.
You did it.
Ashely Ryan.
That's right.
Yes. Ooh, that was
Wow.
Here's the that.
Four things. Here we go. Ashely Ryan, the Python Priestess. Okay. And you were gonna do some tarot card readings for us.
Sure am.
Let me ask before we get into that. Where are you from?
So originally, I'm from Florida.
Cool. It's okay. Florida man's in the
Okay.
building. Yeah.
We like some Florida. But I currently live in Burbank, California.
Ooh, even worse.
And how long you been doing this type of thing for?
So I started tarot reading when I was 14. That
Cool.
was 16 years ago. So I've been doing this half my life. And about 5 years ago, I was initiated into a secret society.
Okay.
So this is my whole
Tell us all about it.
You're
Give me the secret.
the secrets. It's that's where I was initiated as a priestess. That's not a title I gave myself. That was from the goddess coming through the high priest, giving me my secret name, and it's
Ooh.
priestess.
All right.
Nice.
Okay. And what does your name mean? Python Priestess.
So Pythia was the oracle at Delphi. You may remember her from like the movie 300.
Okay.
Yeah. And the generals, the philosophers, the kings really respected her. But she had the best job on the planet.
Mhm.
She worked 11 days a year by sitting over a tripod from a volcano fissure where gas methane would come up. She'd get super high and spurt out nonsense.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
I like that. I like
Okay.
that.
I think I know
sounds
a
like
few
a-
people.
Yeah.
it's like, sounds like a lot of people. We know some of those.
But they do more than 11 days
That's
a year.
right.
That much.
Just inhaling fumes from the crack and
Yeah.
makes you feel away.
Yeah, I get the voices from the gods.
Alright,
But
okay.
she was a huge inspiration to me as a child because in the West, we don't really see female priests.
Word. Okay.
So at 14, that's a super young age to start getting into tarot card reading. Was that your introduction into the realm?
Yes, that's the first time I ever saw tarot cards.
Okay.
So my interest actually started when I was 4. Oh God.
Yeah, no, this is what we want to know.
Yeah.
So my great aunts were Benedictine nuns.
Oh.
And at the ripe age of 4, they were like, would you like to be a nun?
Mm.
And I was like, let me think about this for a second. I get free room and board. I get free food forever. And I pray. That sounds cool. But what nuns didn't do is they didn't touch God like the priest did.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I want to talk to God. I want that. So I said, oh, I'll be a priest. And she's like, oh, honey, you're a girl.
I
Oh.
see.
And I was like, you know what? Fuck this.
With your tiny
I'm out.
4-year-old fingers.
Right? And I was like, well, if you guys don't want me, if that God doesn't want me, someone will.
Okay. And then you got led to where we are now?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I am the priestess of the goddess Isis,
Okay.
the Egyptian goddess of everything. She's life, creation, and she's my everything.
What do you say to people that are like, this is the devil's work?
I say, I think you're misinformed.
Mm.
And that's the nice version.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shall we get into it?
Like, you know nothing.
Yeah, let's get into it. So who wants to go first?
Now me.
Tim?
Sure, let's do it.
All right.
So
Who wants to go? Tim wants to go first.
Yeah.
We're going to lay out the blanket.
Okay.
Oh, touch me.
Oh, yeah. Scary. Okay. So, Tim, the way that I do public readings like this is I want you can or you don't have to, think of a question that you need answers on in your life.
Okay. One question.
Yep, just one right now.
Okay.
Do you have the question?
I do.
Do you want to share it?
Would that help?
It's up to you. It's a kind of show that you want. Do you want me to read like dry and blind, or do you want to have this more of a conversation?
How about I think about it?
Okay.
We go blind.
Okay.
And then I talk about it.
That works well for me. The last thing I need to know is, what is your zodiac sign, your Western zodiac sign?
Pisces.
Pisces. All right. Okay. So I want you to close your eyes for me. And as I'm shuffling, I want you to focus on that question. I'm going to pray over the card silently.
Excuse me, I burped.
Okay, so we're going to pull these down here so I have all the room. You're in a really interesting place in your life. You've got a lot of really wonderful, happy things happening. We see the sun, happiest card in the deck that you could ask for. The next thing I see is you're pretty well set up. With your career and in your life, you have a lot of stability, but you want to create new things. And we see that with this card here. So this is a new idea. Now notice how it's up in the sky. Mm-hmm. It's not here on Earth yet like she is. She's in the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing that you're creating, you're moving too fast. You need to slow down because there's changes that need to happen to let this come to fruition. We see that right here.
Okay.
So don't be afraid of the death card.
Mm-hmm.
It's just showing that there needs to be change, transformation, alchemicalization in your life for this new thing to happen.
Okay.
And then we have, you're not ready to make this change yet. You've got a lot of great attributes in your life. So what's super, super interesting is in your past, we see this has been something you've been working on. This is a change within yourself to make this new project happen.
Okay.
And when people talk about feminine energy, I don't want you to think of like submissiveness. It's nurturing. We're nurturing something. We're helping something grow. And it's going to require a lot of emotional intelligence. And you have that, but you don't think you have enough of it to make this happen. So my advice to you would be observe yourself. Mm-hmm. What am I missing to make this come down to earth, this new idea? Because there are parts of me that need to change. Mm-hmm. So here you are the King of Pentacles, which is great, and the Queen of Cups, but we need to get you up here to the King of Cups.
Okay.
So it's just another step in emotional maturity for the level of what you want to create.
So King of Cups is saying I should drink more if I want to finish this movie script.
Oh, God.
I mean, that's one way to read it.
No, I'm totally kidding. It was. So y'all know it was. I was asking about the movie that I'm trying to write, and that totally it makes sense, right? Because I know I got some bad habits I got to deal with. A lot of things I'm in my own way.
Yeah.
For the movie, for sure, 100%. That checks out, and that makes sense.
Good. Yeah, you're good. It's a good script though. Like it shows a lot of potential.
In the cards?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, your idea, since you're working on it, you haven't it's in progress.
Mm-hmm.
The Sun and the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, you have so many face cards, is what we call them.
Okay.
Which shows me like you've done a lot of the work. You've got the representation. You've got the skill set that you need. But it's the emotional depth of the script we need to work on. Like the story needs to have an emotional key on another level. It's a comedy. What are you writing?
It's a comedy. Yeah.
Yeah. Give it another level of emotional depth.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as first off, the happy card, I was like, of course.
I mean,
Would have the damn happy card.
This is the happiest card in the deck. Of course, Tim would have the happiest card in the deck.
I think as soon as you pull that one, everyone's like, "Oh, this is real."
But when she said moving too fast, me and Nikki said,
I know.
Don't tell him that.
no, the hell he not. He's taking too
Slow
long.
as hell. Do they got the snail of like snails on there?
But now it makes sense because
The idea
you
is-
suck. So you need to take your time to suck less.
I'm
Yes.
forcing it.
Yeah. Do you suck at discipline? Is that what it is?
I mean, I'm not a very disciplined person.
You can be.
Unless I have to be. Yeah, that's the thing too. I'm not
You
good
can
at
be.
setting my own, like deadlines and stuff.
So you got to change that, dude. Now you got the scary card. Yep. So we got to move out of the comfort zone, create that regimen, add the emotional depth so you can have a winner.
Okay.
Did you think he was going to ask anything other than about the movie?
I didn't have thoughts on what his thoughts was going to be.
See, I
but
thought-
when she started talking, I knew.
Yeah, I was like, my thoughts were, that's what you're going to ask about.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of like the blind.
You want to do the blind? All right.
Okay, but I need to think of you know what? Part of me does not want to know.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
All right. Let me know when you're ready, Nikki. While you're thinking, what's your
Okay.
zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces
You're
too.
Pisces. Oh, look at all I love the
I
Pisces.
know.
We're just out here swimming around,
So cute.
drowning in our own nonsense.
You know what? Mine is definitely going to be different than his, for sure.
So I want you to close your eyes again. I need you to focus on the question.
Okay.
Okay, you can open your eyes. Girl. Struggling. Oh, okay. Wow, it's really interesting. You're getting a lot of the same cards you had, but in different. All right. First of all, you're very popular.
Oh.
You are very celebrated in the community, but you don't celebrate yourself. So here we see people loving you. We see like this card is reunion. This is recognition. This is celebration. But when that party's over, you go home and you're sad.
Don't make her cry.
I'm not doing it.
So in this place in your life, you're working on getting a new thought process. So this is teenage energy, the Knight. So we got to move you into queen energy. We want you to be like the mature woman where you're not stuck in high school self. Sorry, I'm calling you out.
No. Yep. As soon as I saw the first black card went down, I said, damn it.
Yeah, the goddess doesn't play.
Yeah.
She'll show you what you need to know.
Okay.
So
Keep talking to me.
So she's showing you that you've gone through the hardest part of this already. The death reverse card is rebirth. So you've done the hard stuff, and she's kind of like pulling you up, being like, all right, let's start over. Let's rebirth ourselves. And to do that, you've got to go into this place first, which is a place of stop and reflect. So you're trying to move so fast away from this that you're not giving your body the time to catch up. That's part of it. Earth is the slowest element. Everything here takes forever to happen. So give yourself time. You're so mean to yourself. You're like, I haven't achieved this. I haven't done this, but you're missing all the stuff you have done.
Mm-hmm.
So like you need to look at that so you can move forward. Stop focusing on your failures. You look at things like that never came to fruition. This didn't happen, but like, look what has happened. Look what I have created. And when you can come from that place of gratitude, a whole lot of doors are going to open up for you. Where right now, I think the whole world is in a place of like, what the fuck's going to happen? Mm-hmm. Like we're all like this. And when you're stuck in this freeze state, spirit can't move because you're not moving. Mm-hmm. So let's hold up a second. Let's regather ourselves, recenter ourselves, focus on what you need to be focusing on, which is I have a lot of love in my life. I have reasons to be celebrated and I celebrate myself. Mm-hmm. So I am ready for this next chapter and these doors to open for me.
First off, damn, stop letting everybody know I'm sad.
You're a Pisces. That's a given.
Girl.
Trust me, the cards went down and you said it in wide air. I saw Denisha cover. She said, oh. As we were just talking about some stuff prior to that. But I will be honest about my question that I had that I was repeating in my head. It was, will I ever get married?
Oh.
So I was like, as I was hearing this, I was like, but you know what the other question was going to be before that is, am I on the right path in my career? So I have a lot of those, but I can take things away because you kind of literally, as we were just talking about family, teenage, like we were just having a conversation of like high school. So a lot of that might have been sitting still.
Yeah, the energy of that. And like, if you want to take that with this lens and look at it, do you want to like interpret this through the dating lens? Okay.
Okay. So that was what I was really nervous about. I was like, you know what? Let's just give the people what they want.
All right.
Let's talk about my damn dating life.
Ooh, let's zoom in. Okay.
Might as well.
The king, when he's upside down, it's someone has a lot of bravado. They dress a certain way, they act a certain way, but they're empty on the inside.
Oh my God, Rick, shut up. Rick.
I'm not saying nothing.
Okay, keep going.
Yep, okay. So for you to overcome this, we go back to the same thing. Okay. It's like, I know that I have my internal love. I know that I deserve love. And when you have that mindset, you can advance forward. Let's pull another one. Yeah, you have to go through how are you guys all getting the same cards? This is so weird.
We're connected.
You must all be going through, because you're both Pisces, right? Yeah. Like things are happening at the same. That's crazy. Wow.
Denisha, we gonna have to work on the edit for this one. I'm getting myself in trouble.
Just work on your face.
Yeah, sorry.
No reaction. Just Botox.
Even with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm sweating.
Hey man, look, when we started Goody Brand, Lord knows it was difficult to try and figure out how to do things, ship things, organize things. Lord knows the ADHD does not help, okay? And that's why we like to use Shopify. We really do use Shopify for Goody Brand, for real, all right? Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to us independent creators like Goody Brand, okay? So get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand style. Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling and strolling. I'm telling you, it really does help. So if you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into cha-ching with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/chaser. Go to shopify.com/chaser. One more time, shopify.com/chaser.
All right.
Well, Rick.
Huh?
All right. Channel that energy.
I don't think we got enough time.
We definitely.
It answers whatever question you got, dog.
Yeah.
I'm focusing really hard on a specific question.
Okay.
So if you deviate.
He said I ain't got no other options. It's one thing and one thing only.
cool. I'm just gonna clear like this space so we make sure that. Okay, what's your birthday, Rick? What's your zodiac sign?
Libra.
Libra. All right. Are your eyes closed? Focus really hard on that question. You can open your eyes now.
Damn it.
It's good though. Like, it's not bad.
Your colors are brighter than mine.
Yeah. That scares me.
No, this is good. So your final out cards, you're also going through a massive change, which is crazy. You all had massive dark change cards. But what is life without a little bit of change?
Yeah,
So
true.
the first thing I want to focus on is you have such a loving, caring, feminine energy in your life. I'm getting like mother energy, really cares about you, really nurtures you. But there's someone who's watching over you. If it's not a physical person, it's the goddess. So right now in your life, you're at a crossroads. You've been here for a minute because you're upside down. We also see this blindfold is, I feel stuck. And what are we stuck between? Not having enough, whether this could be money, this could be my career, I'm not moving the way I want to be. And then the new opportunities that are coming through. So here's, how do I get to this place? Is what you're trying to figure out. How do I get to the new? Just like you over here, Tim, you had an ace too, but you have the ace of cups. You have the ace of cups. Okay. So this is an overflowing of emotion. This could be romance. It could also be like it's an overflow of love of some kind. So you come up as the King of Cups. This is great. So like this is someone who can communicate really well. This is somebody who is able to honor emotions and let them have their space, but also knows when to kind of cut the BS and like, let's be real. That's where that honest communication comes in. A lot of fighting around you right now. There's people who like, and this, if it's not other people outside of you, it's within yourself, but there's a lot of conflict. And this internal battle that you're having, you're being really unfair to yourself. Like, oh my gosh, you guys are so hard on yourselves. And I get it, it's LA, we got to grind, we got to hit hard. But recognizing, like creating that stability in your life. So this is about home. So this is like, this could be your physical home or the home inside of you, the safe space. We have to look at self-sabotaging habits. So this is where that yellow comes in, where it looks like it should be a very happy card. But if you look really closely, you'll see he's holding it by the blade. So what's going to happen to your hands?
You're going to get all sliced up.
Yeah, it's like you might not have hands after this. So these are your thoughts. This is my belief system. Maybe we have some self-limiting beliefs. Like those could be, these could come from all kinds of places. It could come from media. It could come from family. It could come from old experiences. But you're being asked right now to remove these and put your swords back up in the air. Stop putting them down into yourself because you're going to get stabbed. You have, like I said, there's a lot of really good feminine, nurturing influence in your life. So the King of Cups, there's also the Queen of Cups. This could be another person or it's a part of yourself. It's the subconscious psychic energy. And you're being asked right now because look, so cups, and cups.
A lot of cups.
A lot of energy, a lot of water.
Water.
And it's saying like, it's time for you to start being really honest. This is the communication card. Right now, you're not being as honest with yourself as you could be about certain things. And that's the first step. We have to create the reality we want up here before we can bring it into the earth. So the pathway forward right now is a little convoluted, a little confusing. You've got to create a direct path forward. And it all starts up here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very interesting.
Okay, so what was your...
My question was, am I taking on too many things career-wise? And is it hindering my success? And that question was to avoid love life shit.
You're like,
and it's all in there,
Yeah.
intertwined.
Wow.
Yeah, she does that sometimes because it's a message you need to hear.
Yeah, I didn't want to hear it.
I could tell there was one thing that went out and I was like,
Well, here's the thing, guys. I'm not leaving her alone, okay? I love her. And I'm going to keep chasing her.
it's going to be
But
forever.
the job stuff,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Can I ask a question? Besides cards, do you do any other types of readings, or is this mainly what you focus on?
I am so glad you asked that question. So as a priestess, part of my job is to create rituals.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been so blessed that the Crooked Path in Burbank allows me once a month to do a community ritual that I follow a very specific protocol of a coven called the Blue Lotus Coven. And we do the ritual magic for all kinds of stuff. We have money rituals, hex removal rituals, love rituals. And that has been like my baby that I have been able to help bring some magic back into the world.
Text me about that hex removal.
Right. I was like, I think 1, 2, and 3.
Look, I'll tell you this. Rick's been one of my bestest friends for like 20 years now, right? And I never used to believe in bad luck because I try to go about life with such like positive. I feel like, yeah, you put your positive energy into the universe, you'll get positive results. But with Rick, it always seems like, okay, Rick has bad luck.
Yeah, do you want to find out why?
Yes. We need some sort of answer.
I don't need the world to know it. All right, let's go.
We can always cut like my facial expressions, Denise.
Yeah, this will help me understand where it comes from, what level, because sometimes stuff is generational. I've had generational curses I've had to break in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's you.
So you're the first of the curse. It all stems by your actions.
Remember that chain letter you didn't forward.
You know how they said, like, if you decide to not use this audio, you got 7 years of bad luck. We're not breaking mirrors no more.
So it is a self-hex.
God.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like, it's frustrating. Okay, so the reason I know that is because you have the sun. Even though the sun is reversed, it's still happy, and it means moon. So subconscious lunar energies. The word lunatic comes from Luna. So you've got some crazy moon energy that needs to get fixed. Where did this come from? You've had this since high school. Yep. We see that here in the teenage card. So this started when you were young. It's continued into adult age, which we see here. How do we remove it? We remove it with fire. So with the way that what I'm doing right now is I'm diagnosing you. So the hex is created of a certain kind of energy. With that energy is lunar. So what dispels gray fog and smoke? The sun. So it would be sun energy that we would use to remove that, which is fire. I like this. This is great. The Page of Pentacles shows new beginnings and then the dying of an old way of life. So you should come talk to me.
So what does that mean with fire? How does it? What does that mean?
I have to burn my fat.
That is
new way of life. I get it. I fucking get it.
Guys.
As soon as you said fire, that's what I thought.
Fat burner. Fat burner. Got it. Give me my green tea. Look, brought to you
Stop
by
being fat, be happy.
Brought to you by
Got
Celsius.
That's the most consistent thing in my life. So it has to be that. But go on, continue.
Oh my God, you guys are too much. Okay. So everything is energy, right? This crystal's energy. My body is energy. You have the 7 planets within you. So sun, consciousness, moon, unconscious. You have Venus, which is your feminine. You have Mercury, which is your communication, your art, your creativity. You have Saturn, which is the physical body itself, and then Jupiter, which I like to call like daddy energy, like it's your divine masculine. And what we're seeing here is, so when I look at this spread and it says your lunar, your subconscious is where the bad energy is, I say, okay, what do we do? And she shows me here through this card, which is the King of Wands, is fire energy. Wands are fire. So we would get a yellow candle and we would, we could do this a lot of ways. Building rituals is so much fun. Like we could include you going to a sauna and like sweating it out and making the intention of going in there and releasing. We could do breath work, the fire breath. But when we do the ritual at the Crooked Path, my goal is to get you into a trance state. It's a safe environment. No, it's not like tripping. It's an altered state of consciousness. So you're still here in the mindset, but things are heightened, I guess is how I would say it. So then I lead you through a guided visualization, which is called active imagination. I have you go into your subconscious with the goddess and remove that energy from your energy field and release it. The candle is a symbolic representation of that work.
Makes sense.
Sounds interesting.
Is his yellow card with the daggers represent his Asian friend doing anything? No, I'm just like...
Should I stab him?
Yeah, is that what we're
Should I
really
stab it
saying?
out of him?
Is there anything that you picked up from us without us saying anything?
When I came into the room,
Yes.
let me reverse back for a second. Okay. So I knew that you were more guarded than most people because your energy, like there's a wall here, and that's fine. I respect people's boundaries. I knew that you put on like a tough girl exterior, but you were a very softy inside because I do the same. So, and then I was so stressed out with parking. Like, I don't
It's
know.
stressful.
Like, yeah, you was giving out your stress.
That's
All
all.
I felt when I met you was
Hollywood! Oh my god. So many exclamation marks in the text messages today. So many.
Oh man. Okay. Fun. Let me see. Should we do like something for? Is it possible to do like a reading of like the group
Yeah, absolutely.
on the podcast?
Oh, hell.
On the podcast,
Just like a
sure.
generic.
Yeah.
Like the three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we gotta like just tighten it up a little
Okay.
bit more.
Yeah.
Where's the podcast going? Are we gonna achieve a certain? Are we gonna win an award? What is it?
Let's go with where's it going? How about that?
Yeah,
Is
where's
that
it going?
specific enough?
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh. I think I
Hell.
This will be your last
She's like,
show.
that card doesn't exist.
This
What?
is your card. I didn't put that in there.
Hell. Break up.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the most nervous. I was like, oh my goodness.
Just pull that money card out. baby.
Right? You better put that energy out there.
Okay. So there's a little bit of darkness, but overall, I would say this is the majority a good reading.
Okay.
So in the past, you guys had some stuff you had to contend with. Like you had the devil in your midst.
Mhm.
And this could be like our ideas for the show. It could have been like working with contractors or whatever.
Mm.
But that was causing a lot of stress, and you guys have turned a new leaf. So yay. We like to see the movement forward. So this is where you guys are right now. This is the influence in your life. So this is kind of a sad card,
Okay.
but recognize all the good things that you still have, right? That's what this card is. But here's the happy card. We see lots of positive energy flowing to you. This card represents charity, but it's not always money. It represents, it could be attention. It could be love. Love is an action, not a feeling.
Okay.
Then we see the things we need to work on and the things that we can celebrate. So you all work really well together. The podcast will continue, which is wonderful to see.
Hallelujah. Imagine the first card. I was like, it's done.
You guys are cooked. Here's your celebration. More drinks for everybody. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. I mean, that was gonna happen regardless of whether we kept going or not.
Right. Probably more drinks if we didn't.
So the one thing I would say is thematically, like you want to have an arc of your seasons. I'd recommend a little bit tighter on story. Maybe there's more consistency, or there's something here where creatively you could add more.
Interesting. Oh, have you been watching?
Yeah, I'll give the full breakdown when you're done.
I'll be honest, I came in here totally blind. I saw
No,
your
I love that.
your
Yeah.
ad and I was like, oof, don't look.
Yeah.
Here, this is like just creating. That's what you're trying to do right now, is create stability, create consistency, This is good. You guys are busy. You got a lot of busy schedules to like manage. There's a lot of stuff going on here.
Mhm.
So for this to be the best that it can be, we're all going to need to make some sacrifices and put down our wands that we don't need to carry anymore for this project. So,
What's that mean?
Mr. Too Many Wands.
Yeah, you got you're holding a lot over there. You see the head nod?
I should be swinging, man.
so I would say like 80%, like really good.
Cool.
So
Wow.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So, they don't know. Well, they probably know most of this. At one point, we were doing really good. And then simultaneously, she had to leave because of work conflict. And we got swept up in this, like, would you call it a scandal?
It was a podcast world scandal. A lot of podcasts under a different company got fucked over as far as ads and money and like a bunch of stuff. We thought it was bad for us. It was a lot worse for some other people.
Yeah.
But it was still really bad for us. So we went a long time not getting paid.
Yeah.
And because of that, we took a small hiatus. And because of that, viewership went down. But now we're back and we're building back up and we're starting to do live shows and everything like that. But we still have to deal with our schedules and Wandy Wonder over here.
But there's a willingness. There's definitely
absolutely.
a willingness to make it work. But it was interesting that came up and for that to come up about what's happened before. Because that was a big thing, and I missed a lot of the damage that happened because I wasn't here, and they were kind enough to continue to even leave the door open for when there was an opportunity for me to come back. And with what I dealt with, there would have been a lot worse for me on a personal side and career-wise if this opportunity wasn't still here. And so we've been building back towards where we started.
Yeah.
That sucks. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Man, it happens, man.
But we still here.
We still here.
Gotta deal with the cards you're dealt. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Literally, yes.
Yeah.
No, that's
But you really do see that exemplified in these two cards. Like the things that have in the past. Lots of love, lots of positive stuff coming your way.
Yeah, for sure.
Fun.
For sure. Wow.
You gotta follow. Should we do? I mean, look, Rick did too. We can each do one more.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm curious about what this lead me in the love direction. What the hell is happening? I might as well ask because I feel like work wise, I'm very much in tune to what is supposed to be happening, and I'm open. But love wise, I am. Don't talk to me. Somebody guide me.
Whoa, spring is in full bloom on DraftKings Casino, baby. New offers and promos are sprouting up daily, and who don't love to play some games and win some prizes, okay? Right now, new players can play $5 on anything and get 350 casino spins instantly on a featured slot game. Now, come on, son, you can't beat that with a baseball bat. So download the app and sign up with code NOCHASER. Take the featured slot for a spin and explore thousands of others in the DraftKings game library, okay? Check back daily to claim the hottest offers and promos on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. One more time, download the app and sign up with code NOCHASER.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly, 21 plus. Physically present in Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia only. Void in Connecticut and Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins valid for featured game only and expire in 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends June 15th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
So focus. And the question is, and this one I need you to talk to me. Like,
Okay.
are we talking about like, why do I keep messing up in relationships?
Nah, I know why.
Okay, so what are we focused on?
What am I looking? Help me out. Y'all know
Will
me. What
you
am
get
I?
it right?
Yes. Will I
Will
get
you
it?
make better choices?
I fucking suck at choices.
Okay.
Will I make better choices?
Okay.
Because I know where I'm.
And
messing
if
up.
not, why?
Yeah. If not, why? Damn it! I tell them everything. Stop laughing at me, Tim.
I was laughing at her laying down cards and us, and me and Rick being like,
Just zoom in on their faces.
I'm gonna try to contain it.
Okay. Bitch.
Okay.
Well,
Yes, you have potential for marriage, but not with the path you're currently on.
I could have told you that.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's go through why.
Okay.
One of the most important aspects of relationship is being able to be playful. And either you're choosing people who aren't playful or people you can't be authentically yourself with.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So you're like there's a like the mask. When the mask comes off, that's when things get weird. And there shouldn't be a mask in the first place. You should be able to be super honest and open with these people. Now that being said, they also need to do the same.
Period.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. We all need.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah. Take the mask off.
So you're unconscious, right? She's like, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe being myself. And that there's a lot of reasons for that. That's Los Angeles. That's media world. It's all kinds of stuff. But your chariot is off the road right now. So when the chariot's upright, we get to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right now your chariot's in the ditch.
Goddamn.
So let's talk about this a little more. So you've got two sphinxes right here.
Mm-hmm.
One is white, one is black. What this represents is the different levels of our soul.
Got it.
So there's the appetites representing dirt, representing earth. This is our sexual desires. This is animal stuff and our animal mind. And then we have the higher aspirations of the soul, which is like achieving my highest self in a selfless way, not just for money, not for sex or anything, but for higher good reasons. Here you are in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a spinning top right there. So you have to balance these two. Who's going to help my soul grow and also help nourish my earth?
Mm.
And right now, you're making that change within yourself, which is what has to happen.
Okay.
So you have to make these decisions, get yourself upright so you can move forward. The death process takes time. This is reversed. That is a good sign.
Woo.
We like to see the hard stuff is over. But you have to make changes.
God damn.
Yeah, because right now the marriage card is reversed.
Why are you laughing so hard?
Because it's funny. It's like right now it's looking good, right? But you got to change it. Right now this is reversed. But it can be good. Yes. If you make changes. Fuck. This is a good one. Yes, but it's upside down.
You're getting to know me real well. It's fun. It's fun. Definitely. Yes.
There's possible. This
We
can
like
happen.
that. We like it.
Just remember it's in the sky right now.
Yeah, it's a concept. It's an idea.
Yeah, so if you want to bring it down to earth, you know what you need to do.
Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Fun.
The masks are hard to take off.
That is ironic, and it's very much on point with a lot of things that I discuss with the guys when it comes to relationships and dating. There's always a phase of what you see, and then the interaction between the two, and then okay, I can be myself, and then it's like, hold on. I think I liked the idea versus the person, and that's definitely been what I've been dealing with. So it's a little bit of confirming.
Yeah, I have my own ideas about why that is. I think a lot of it has to do with online dating and the presentation, and even just having an Instagram. The idea of who I am, my highlight reel, really fucks with dating.
Yeah, totally. Because I'm like, I am. No, just watch a podcast episode. You get more ideas than what I look like. But no, to what you were saying, very much on track. So it aligns.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, goddess.
Okay, I'll do one more.
Okay.
And then
We don't want to hear about your love life.
I'm gonna keep it internal. I'm gonna keep it internal until I hear, and then I'll decide if I want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah, making it difficult.
Okay, let's see. How do I want to ask this to myself?
Side note, like this. This is nice.
Yeah, it's an interesting switch up, right?
Mhm.
Okay, here we go.
You gotta take your mask off. I heard you over there trying to avoid that part.
I know. I know.
Uh-huh.
And then she hit it on the head with all the other things. That's why I was like, I don't know how much I want to discuss with y'all.
But yeah. What about them though?
Okay, here we go. I'm ready.
All right. So you're not going to tell me we're going to go
Just
blind?
Go blind.
Okay. Okay. So from the reading that this looks like now, we're talking about work. But for your eyes, when they were closed, you had this one pop out when I was shuffling. It was really cool. It was like right on the top.
Okay.
This is the Queen of Wands. So we talked about fire. That's in your aura. And your fire right now is a little bit dimmed out. You're either burning yourself out or your attention is too scattered. Because wands work because it directs the energy like a laser beam.
Okay.
Your wand is more spread out right now like water. So that's just something she brought to your attention.
Okay.
Here we see you're in a period of observing and waiting. So you're looking over all of your pentacles saying like, oh, do I want to pick them or I'm going to wait for them to grow a little bit more? Same card. Slow down. Your horse is upside down, meaning that you're off the horse or you're being dragged by it. So before we move forward, there's some things you need to reassess because you're not intemperate. So the philosophers talked about this in ancient Greece. So the difference between courage and stupidity means there has to be another side, right? So when you were overly courageous, like you're still stupid.
Yeah.
So if you're a coward, you're stupid. If you are too bold, you're stupid. You have to find the middle ground. And that's what you're being asked to do right now is find the middle ground between a lot of actions. So when it comes to discipline, if you're like, I'm going to write for 3 hours a day. Great intention, not great for action purposes.
Okay.
15 minutes a day, then up at 30 minutes a day. And then you gradually grow because I get it. You want to grow. You've got a lot of like forward momentum, but it's about practices. So this is the high priest, also known as the Hierophant. And this is the person who brings messages to the world. This is the person who, in a church setting, sets rules and morality. But for you, it's being a producer. It's producing things. It's creating things on multiple levels. So the physical level, the emotional level, the mental level, and the spiritual level. You're in charge of all of that right now. And it gets too thin. Everything like you need to build your life like a pyramid where the bottom is secure. So the foundations of your life need to get reassessed and relooked at so you can build up.
Okay.
So if that's like daily habits, the communication aspect of this, like you have the skills. That queen shouldn't be upside down right now because you've got what you need.
Okay.
So it's you. Sorry.
Upside down. So I was asking myself, it was in like relation to kind of a constant struggle I feel like I kind of have whether I'm keeping the proper balance between my work and my family life. Because I feel like I always want to grind more to provide for my family, but I'm like, am I taking away from the time I should be giving to my family? So that was where I was kind of like, am I balancing this enough? So that was the question.
You got to reestablish your foundation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's like now with your wife's card next to it, you have a big black.
Big angry.
Oh my
All
God.
right. Well.
Wow.
Yeah. Can I have some water?
Of course.
Thank you. It's like that's some really heavy shit.
Yeah.
Do you? I'm just always curious. Anything outside of just the priestess talking to you? Do you ever have anything else?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my God, you guys. So I just shot an independent TV show this year.
Nice.
It is called Exploring Haunted America. And we took ghost hunting with a spiritual lean.
Okay.
So ghosts are mean. Ghosts are so mean. They called me a hooker.
Like, we see your boobs.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to, we went to a jail. And,
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah. And in the jail, they pretended like they wanted something from me. So that they were like being really nice. And when I said I wouldn't like help them, they're like, you're a hooker.
Men ain't shit, even in the afterlife.
Well, fuck you did. I ain't want you anyway.
And the reason I know that is because we have the machine that like spits out words.
Oh,
And I was like, is hooker even in the dictionary?
That's hilarious.
what era is this ghost from?
So what is what's the concept of the show?
So I go to a haunted space and we explore the spiritual beings that are still there. And if I can help them, I do. Because I am so blessed that I can help souls move into the afterlife. I can cleanse spaces. So if there's a lot of old negative energy or there's a poltergeist in a house, I can remove it.
Wow.
Can you tell when people have spirits attached to them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm low key like.
See, just read the things I'm saying about it right now.
Nikki's like, what you see on me right now?
I was like, I don't think he's fine.
I don't know if you guys know of Sam and Colby, the YouTubers. They're the big ghost hunter guys.
Heard of them, yeah.
Yeah, I've worked with them, and they always have stuff attached to them.
Oh, Lord.
And it's you. When I look at you, it's like you're gray and out of focus. You're not out of focus. You're a little out of focus. You're not out of focus. But sometimes like I have to get really intense with the spirits because they're not always going to want to listen to me, especially if they're trying to cause trouble. And so sometimes you have to put them in a jar and remove them from spaces. I had that done to me once. I had something stuck on me, and my then boyfriend's family like took it off, put it in a jar, and dropped it in the ocean.
So my roommate, when I moved to the Bay, she kept dealing with one toxic ex, and she did a whole bath ritual, and she literally had to bottle up whatever was attached to her and then get rid of it and do the whole thing. And now she has a kid and all this other stuff. But I remember her saying like, there is something that I can't get rid of. And she went through a whole process, and I was like, I am on the other side of the door if you need me.
Okay, not a joke. Gonna sound like a joke. One time, mine gave me the warmest hug. It felt really nice. Is it a good one?
Good question. When it comes to dealing with people like that, it's so hard because, for example, I got evil-eyed at my sister's wedding. Like I was in the front pew and all of a sudden my eye just started like leaking fluid. I wasn't crying. I had no emotions. Usually when you have negative energy sent to you, it feels like prickles. So it will feel like, in the worst case scenario, getting stabbed. In the best case, it's just kind of prickly energy, like little, like if you hit a cactus.
Okay.
I hope that answers your question.
A little bit, because it was nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to say you were good.
Well, shit, girl, where can we find you?
Amazing. So you can find me on all of the socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube as Python Priestess. I'm going to spell it out. It's Pythian. And if you want to learn magic from me, you can join my school, which is pythianmysteryschool.com.
Fun. Well, thank you so much. Make some noise.
Yes.
Thank you for coming through. We appreciate you.
That wasn't too bad.
That wasn't too bad.
That wasn't too bad.
We'll see what we cut and don't keep and don't cut.
I think we're okay. We're all right.
Thank you for watching another episode of No Chaser Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that bullshit. Evil Juju, we rebuke you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Thank y'all for watching. I'm Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.